The Detroit Lions beat on the Carolina Panthers pretty bad. A 40-burger, 42-24. The Detroit Lions get a great win at home. Their record is now 4-1. We're going to talk about the winners and losers. And I got to tell you what, there's not pretty much any losers in this game. A lot of positive to talk about for sure. We're just going to start with Jared Goff, 20 for 28, 236 yards, an average of 3.4, 3 touchdowns, a quarterback rating of 132.4. He was really good in this game. No interceptions. He threw one pass that was a loft pass to Josh Reynolds. That was absolutely amazing pass. Look, the Lions fans were a little bit worried, right? You didn't have Jahmyr Gibbs. You didn't have Amon-Ra St. Brown. You didn't have Brian Branch. But guess what? When you have great depth, you distribute the football around, and that's how you win games. And I wasn't worried at all. I thought this was a great game to rest some of these guys that were somewhat banged up, and that's exactly what they did. The Lions offense started strong, too. The very first drive, man, it was pass, and then David Montgomery run for a touchdown. Looked really good. Montgomery was 19 for 109 yards and 1 touchdown, an average of 5.7. Montgomery was doing his thing. Really good, solid running back for the Detroit Lions. That's why I said when Jahmyr Gibbs wasn't playing, it's like, okay, you got David Montgomery. David Montgomery can get it done. That's what he can do. He is just a bruiser of a running back. He's really made this offense for the Detroit Lions so much improved in this game because he's so consistent with how he hits the holes and the ability to break tackles. He's just outstanding. Folks, who is the MVP for the Detroit Lions offense? Let me know in the comments section. You got Josh Reynolds, you got Jared Goff, you got David Montgomery. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Who is your MVP? We continue on here. Craig Reynolds was really solid when he came in the second half there. 7 for 52 and is basically all in one drive. Just destroyed the Carolina defense. Got the touchdown in there. Long of 19. Craig Reynolds was solid for the Lions there. And, you know, they're worried about, oh, well, Knight went down and Jahmyr Gibbs is not in there. They're hurting at running back. No, we have a really good depth at the running back position. Again, I'm not worried when you have great depth, specifically against a team who was 0-4 at the time. Now, look, if it's a team that's really good, it's a little bit different, right? But when you're the better football team, you have the better depth, you can consistently win. And that's exactly what they did. Jared Goff ran it for a QB sneak for a touchdown. Again, 4-touchdown game for Jared Goff, 1 being on the ground. Teddy Bridgewater, he took a knee. That's, you know, when the game's good, when Teddy Bridgewater is in at the end of the game. Again, Josh Reynolds, 4 for 76, 19 average, 1 touchdown, long of 27. Josh Reynolds continues to be the most improved player from the Lions of last year to this year. He's showing that, man, like him and Jared Goff are just connected at the hip. It's really amazing to see what he can do for the Lions offense. Josh Reynolds, the biggest surprise, I think, of the year, most improved player, and I'm really happy that this guy is with the Detroit Lions and what he is doing with this team. Now, are you tired of overpaying for sports? If so, then you need to get Game Time. Game Time has killer deals, last-minute tickets, best prices guaranteed, so you can stop stressing on sports and start getting hyped for fun that you'll have. It is easy to find and buy tickets for every kind of event in your area. Whether that's sporting events, concerts, comedy shows, or whatever, their lowest price guaranteed is the Game Time guaranteed, which means you'll always get the best prices. If you don't find the tickets in the same section in a row or less, Game Time will credit you 110% of the difference. You can get exclusive flash deals on tickets for football, baseball, basketball, concerts, and more. And if you look in the middle section, by the way, I think it's a fantastic feature for this app. It shows you where your seat is. If you move your phone left to right, you can see the surrounding area, kind of like a 3D live photo. So download Game Time, create an account, plug in the code LIONSCHAT to get $20 off your very first purchase. You go to the redeem code section, plug in LIONSCHAT, create an account. You got to use an email. Terms do apply. Again, go to redeem code section, plug in Lions Chat for $20 off. The link is going to be in the description in the comment section of this live stream. If you're buying Lions tickets this year, make sure you're using Game Time. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest prices guaranteed. Another major winner here who's been a winner for this Lions offense all year long is rookie tight end Sam Laporta. 3 receptions, 47 yards, 15.7 average, 2 touchdowns along with 31, 4 targets. The guy is a stud. Right now he's leading all tight ends still in the National Football League. He's an all-pro rookie year. This may be one of the biggest jumps I've ever seen from the tight end position. This is one of the best draft picks the Lions have ever had. I mean, you're talking about a player at a difficult position to learn who's leading all tight ends in the National Football League. Travis Kelce, okay? He's leading everybody. This is how much of a game wrecker he is. He should be in the all 100. He should be all pro. This guy, it should be in contention for Rookie of the Year. Offensive Rookie of the Year, no doubt, even though they'll probably get to C.J. Stroud because he's a quarterback. Khalif Raymond, 3 receptions, 45 yards. Khalif is Khalif. Leaf is just absolutely awesome. Just awesome. What a pickup. We found this guy a couple years ago in free agency, and he's just been a stud for the Detroit Lions. I love Leaf. Marvin Jones finally got a receptions. 2 receptions for 22 yards. I'm happy he finally caught a football. He really, really needed that for sure. And Jamison Williams actually caught a pass as well. He dropped a pass, but he did catch something, and that's good to see. Let's go ahead and talk about, again, who is going to be the offensive winner for you? Who's the MVP of this game? Jared Goff, Josh Reynolds, David Montgomery, hell, maybe go Craig Reynolds, whatever you want. Put it in the comments below. Let's transition now to the Lions defense. Okay, I've ripped on this guy a lot, but I got to show some love to Will Harris. Will Harris with a quarterback hit, 1 pass defense, 9 tackles, and he recovered a fumble. Shout out to Will Harris, man. You take a lot of grief. You take it from me, but when you show up in the game, you get credit. Good job, Will Harris. And this is the type of stuff we want to see, right? We want to see it. Alex Anzalone had a total of 11 tackles, 2 quarterback hits. Awesome. Kirby Joseph in there, 5 total, 4 solo. Derek Barnes just continues to be good with 6 total tackles, solo 2. Really solid. Jerry Jacobs continues his interceptions here. Jerry Jacobs had an interception in this game. Man, look, he struggled in 1 game this year, maybe 1.5. He's turned it up the last 2 games. Oh, amazing. Emmanuel Mosley went down in the game early. Jerry Jacobs, solid. Aiden Hutchinson with an interception. My goodness. Aiden Hutchinson continues to be a dog. A absolute dog. And we did get only 1 sack in this game. But again, you're going against a really good mobile quarterback at Bryce Young. That's why he's drafted first overall. Aiden Hutchinson with the sack there. Lions defense, they did good all around. I know they scored at the end of the game. We're talking about the Carolina Panthers. That was prevent defense the last 2 drives, folks. This prevent defense, no one cared. It's stat, pat, and time. That's what was going on at the end of the game. That was the game plan, is they're just going to go ahead and pat the stat. The only really losers, I got to say, from this game is injuries. Again, Emmanuel Mosley went down with an injury. Zonovan Knight went down with an injury. Hopefully it's nothing serious. It didn't look too serious to these guys. And we rested our starter, our wide receivers. Amon-Ra St. Brown starter there. We rested Jahmyr Gibbs. He had an injury from practice. And Brian Branch is dealing with an injury from last week. So really good for the Lions to be smart. And this is one of those games where you do that too, right? You rest your starters. So what the Detroit Lions are going against, they got to go to Tampa Bay. It's going to be a big game. Lions are 4-1. Who knows what Tampa Bay will be? I think they're on a bye week, so they'll be 3-1. So Lions are going to travel to Tampa Bay. They're 3-1. They're on a bye week. You'll see if the Lions can win there. If the Lions win there, they'll be 5-1. That's a huge start to the NFL season. If you were going to tell me the Lions would be 5-1, I would have probably said no way, but damn, they're looking really good. This defense, everything's starting to come together a little bit, and it's really good to see. The Lions, man, they are just good against good against the run. They are. I'm going to try to see how many yards did they run here in the run game. They totaled of rushing yards of 99 rushing yards, 35 from Chuba Hubbard. Miles Sanders had 32, and Laviska Shenault had 27. The Bryce Young 4 and the Andy Dalton 1, not even 100 yards rushing. The Lions' rush defense continues to be dominant. Very good. We were +3 in the turnover battle. This is the first time all year. Very good. So that puts the Lions, I think, at +1 for the season. When you win the turnover battle, you win the games, and that's a credit to Jerry Jacobs. It's a credit to Will Harris and Aiden Hutchinson with these turnovers. A really good team all around. Adam Thielen burned us, 11 receptions for 107 yards, 1 touchdown. That's their number 1 receiver. All in all, it was the second drive they did that, or the first drive, and the last couple drives. So the last couple were pretty much the prevent defense. I'm not going to really care too much about that. Lions did good. Lions did good in this game, and it's really nice to see. You want to see a little more against sacks, I think, but all in all, pretty good. You haven't heard from Cam Sutton. Well, he's doing a good job at number 1 corner for the Lions. Jerry Jacobs doing a good job. Hopefully these guys that got injured can go ahead and get better for this game. If you ain't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to the channel right now. I'd love to get to 44,000 subscribers. That's what it's all about here, folks. And, shout out to this season. This has been a good season for the Lions. It feels good to be 4-1. It feels good to drop a 40 burger on a team. We haven't been dominant, in a game yet, and this was a dominant performance. Well, we've been dominant, but from an offensive standpoint, we're definitely dominant in this game, putting up a 40 burger. Really good to see the Lions do this and dominate at home. But big game next week. It's going to be a difficult game on the road at Tampa Bay, but we're built for this. This is the type of football team we are. We're a run-first team. With that said, folks, adios.